are listening to the HangOut podcast, proudly brought to you by Talanta Productions. And now, here is today's episode.
We want to welcome you to today's podcast, and as always, we're glad to have you join us today. If you are new to this family, please hit the subscribe button if you are listening to us from YouTube, and if you're on Anchor, do likewise. Remember to comment, share this link on this podcast with a friend, family, and your loved ones. Again, we say welcome. Now, as always, we have a topic that we talk about briefly in each of our podcasts, and today we're going to be talking about something very crucial in all our lives. The question we're asking ourselves today is, what is your destiny? What is your destiny? Let's start by defining the word destiny. Destiny is something to which a person or thing is destined, or a predetermined course of events, often held to be an irresistible power or agency that is felt and oftentimes determines their future. You know, in order to live out our God-ordained destinies, we must always ask ourselves two fundamental questions. Number one, what does God want me to do with my life here on earth? And then secondly, which is very important, am I doing it? Destiny is such a powerful and magnetic force that shapes our ideals, beliefs, and behavior. We act and function according to the destiny that is set before us. Without knowing, we are always pulled in the direction of our destiny. Each man or woman has their specific God-ordained destiny here on earth. You know, people always confuse fate with destiny. But destiny is divine, while fate tends to be man-made. When we can't figure out why we are here on earth, we always resign to our fate. And then we allow anything to go, as long as we arrive at our end. You know, destiny is, as I've said earlier, it's divine. It's something that God has placed in the life of every individual. You know, God has programmed, or rather, He has predestinated all of us to live out a certain life and achieve specific goals and dreams. Just as it is with every product that is manufactured, it has its specific use and function for which it was created. The manufacturer has programmed it to be activated and used in very specific ways. And most times, each product has its accompanying manual, just in case of any technical hitches. Which means, if I am to live out my purpose and destiny to the fullest, I need to ask the manufacturer, that is God, what my specific use is here on earth. That is now about destiny and purpose. And whenever there is technical hitches and difficulties, from challenges of life, distractions, etc., I need to consult the manual, which He Himself, the manufacturer, God wrote, and that is the Bible. The Bible is the manual because it contains all the steps to take whenever the product, that is myself, develops challenges. Living out your destiny will give you a greater fulfillment, direction, stability, significance, identity, and it also affects the provisions we get in life. We should never settle for less than what God has created for each one of us, which is to find and fulfill our destiny every day that we live. One may ask, how do we accomplish this? It's through the following simple steps. Number one, asking God to show us what He wants us to be. You know, it takes us spending time to ask God to reveal what you are meant to be here on earth. There's this famous verse in the Bible that says, "Call unto me and I will show you great and unsearchable things that you do not know." That is Jeremiah 33 verse 3. God always has the answer. Secondly, we need to be bold and step out by faith. Stepping out requires boldness anchored in faith. When we make baby steps each and every day towards our destiny, we actually don't realize that we're beginning to accomplish. We're actually walking out that which God has created us to be. This famous proverb that says that the journey of 1,000 miles always starts with a single step. And that is so true of destiny. Thirdly, we need to develop and use our talents and natural abilities. We need to develop and use our talents or natural abilities. Oftentimes, our destiny and purpose on earth speaks loudest through our gifts and talents. People will always point out that to us very clearly, especially in the event we are very unsure about ourselves. You'll always hear somebody commenting, wow, you're a good cook, you're a great teacher, you're a great artist, you're a great singer, actor, It always speaks through our talents and gifts. And the fourth one is, we should never confuse busyness with purpose. Or rather, we should never confuse being so busy with actually living out our purpose. And this is because purpose focuses on specific targets and goals that are hinged on our destiny. But busyness or being busy 24/7 implies anything goes as long as I'm in motion. Being in motion does not necessarily mean you're moving in the right direction. It could actually just be something you're doing to pass time. And that's why they say most people are in jobs or doing stuff that at the end of the day, they are not happy, they're not fulfilled, they don't feel like, there's no excitement. When the sun rises up the next day, there's no spark that wakes you up. Why? Because, it's anything goes. They took it. They just took the job. And so, in conclusion, I want to ask today, do you know what your destiny is? Can you specifically state and write it down in one sentence? That's a tough one, man. Sometimes it takes us our lifetime, our entire lifetime to really know why we are here on earth. I'm always inspired by the life of the late Colonel Sanders, founder of KFC. It's at the end of his life, when he's just about to take his own life, committing suicide, that God speaks to him and reminds him, that is the manufacturer, speaks to the product and says, hey, you killing yourself, that is not the function for which I created you. That is not the reason why I made this product. You are created for greater things, and there's greatness inside of you. And he decided to just take small baby steps, making chicken for his neighbors in the neighborhood, and the rest is history. KFC is probably in the nation where you are listening to this podcast from. That is purpose. His destiny was made clear even towards the end of his life. Think about it. So if you can specifically write and state down your purpose and destiny here on earth, whoa, that's a blessing. That's great for you. If yes, all I can say is keep on walking. But if you do not know your destiny, then ask God today to show you. I promise you, He will. He might not tell you instantly. He might not even give you what you're supposed to do, but He's going to direct your steps each and every day. There's a verse in the Bible that says that God directs our steps. We plan, but God directs our steps. I finish today with this Bible verse. It's from the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 29. It says the following: For those God foreknew, He also predestined to be conformed to the image of His Son, that He might be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. For those God foreknew, He also predestined. And so that tells us that only God knows our destiny. He sees the beginning from the end, and the end from the very beginning. So if you're unsure about your destiny today, I want to encourage you. Number 1, ask God. Number 2, live it out. Just start walking out by faith. And I can guarantee you, at the end of your life, you're going to live a very fulfilled and happy life. Till next week, bye.
There you go. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.